Cricket presents The Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. Week 2 begins Thursday night, so it's time to get settled in and ready for some football. The large classifications usually are believed to have the best matchups each week, but not in Week 2. 5A takes center stage as Argyle heads up to Lovejoy to take on the Leopards in what should be a highly competitive game. Let's preview that game and some others in the lineup presented by Xochitl Chips and Salsa. Both Argyle and Lovejoy had tough Week 1 matchups and both passed them with flying colors. Argyle took down former district foe Melissa 37-18. RJ Bunnell ran for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, while the defense didn't give up a point in the final 3 quarters. The Eagles will have their hands full when they head up to Lovejoy. The Leopards are a serious contender for a state title, and they proved it by dismantling last year's state runner-up, College Station, by a score of 52-27. 3 quarterbacks combined for 350 yards and 7 touchdowns. Kyle Parker and Parker Livingstone both went over 100 yards receiving. In other words, Lovejoy's aerial attack will be a problem for Argyle. This one is a 7:30 start Friday night. That same night, there's going to be a track meet on the south side of Dallas. Only the track meet will take place on the gridiron. 2 of the fastest teams in the Metroplex will go at it in Lancaster as the Tigers host South Oak Cliff. Lancaster pitched a shutout in Week 1 as they beat Skyline 25-zip. The Tigers' running game is dangerous behind Kawan Lacey and Kyson Brown, but will they be able to penetrate the Golden Bears' defense? South Oak Cliff will be coming into this game a tad frustrated. Their offense wasn't able to get going against 6A power Duncanville as they fell 23-10. However, SOC has D1 talent on both sides of the ball and should be ready to flex their muscle Friday night.
Enjoy the authentic flavors of ancient recipes. So thin, so crisp, so good, so chill.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get any LTE Android free when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
The University of Texas has landed 9 players out of DFW. One of them stars on the North Crowley defense. We visit with Samaje Burrell on the recruiting trail.
Samaje Burrell, linebacker, North Crowley. I said what influenced my decision the most is my comfortability, the opportunity to get on the field, and really just feeling like I'm at home. The coaches give off a good vibe, so does the players, and the culture that's building is something different. I want to be a part of it. I say getting off blocks. Being able to take on blocks as a linebacker is very important. It's a must do. You have linemen pulling to you, climbing up to you. So I feel like coming from only playing one season of linebacker and kind of just going off the instincts, now that I have technique, I'm very proud of it. I'm excited for the breakout. We have a lot of underrated players who could really play at the next level, and it's really helping them get their name out. So with all the attention on me and people coming out to the games, it's a chance for them to showcase their skills and that they're able to play. So I'm really excited for the overall season and just watching how far we've come as a group. We've been together since middle school, and looking back, it's like everything has happened so fast. So it's the last ride with my brothers. Ooh, hey, no one had actually asked me that. I say my favorite thing about football is really like the enjoyment you get of it. Like when you know you perfect your skill at your position and you're one of the best, it's like it's one of the greatest feelings because a lot of people look up to you. A lot of people want to be in the position you're in, and you're day in, day out just working, and it makes you feel good knowing you're good at that position. So me getting to hit people and being able to read as fast as I do and rely on my speed to help me make the plays, like it's the best feeling ever.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get nationwide 5G plus a free 5G phone when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
We'll have our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but we can't make it to all of them. Here are some of the games you need to keep an eye out for in the hype. Two teams that came off Week 1 wins fight it out Friday night as Jesuit visits Rockwall. The Rangers took down Hebron 38-7, and they led at halftime 35-7. Athlete Jake Musso showed why he's one of the most feared players in 7-6A, as he caught 5 passes for 123 yards and a score. The competition gets tougher. Rockwall is coming off a huge 34-12 win over Cedar Hill. Starting quarterback Lake Bennett was injured on the first drive of the game, and it's unknown what his status will be. But backup Mason Marshall filled in quite nicely as he ran for 72 yards and 3 scores. Clemson-bound Noble Johnson also had 5 catches for 74 yards for the Yellow Jackets. Saturday at Clark Stadium in Fort Worth, Duncanville and DeSoto will be taking on national powers. At 3 p.m., the Panthers face Jones High School out of Florida. Duncanville's defense may be the most dominant in the state, led by junior Colin Simmons. The defensive end could not be blocked last Saturday against South Oak Cliff and is primed for an amazing year. DeSoto's challenge will be even more difficult as they face the nation's 3rd-ranked team, St. Francis Academy out of Baltimore. The Eagles are used to playing out-of-state teams as they beat St. Augustine from Louisiana 35-10. Jonte Cook caught 3 passes for 96 yards and a score, and the UT commit is a big play waiting to happen. Last week we had plenty of candidates for our defensive title belt, but it goes to Denton Guyer after the Wildcats' Week 1 performance. Against Rockwall Heath last Thursday, the Guyer defense was on point. They returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns and brought a fumble back for a score as well. The Bowen boys were especially dominant as Eli and Peyton each got a defensive score. They will receive their defensive belt in a couple of weeks, but here's a look at some of our recipients from last year.
Called the Inside High School Sports title belt for the defense that week and what they did. Jacob, Trey, come up here. Come up here and accept this award for the defense. We got the title belt for that week. It's an awesome thing. It's a great deal. There you go.
Inside High School Sports is with us. All right, they are presenting a championship belt. As you can all see, bling bling. Nice out here in the sun for our December 17th state championship performance with the War Dogs going out there and holding an explosive LBJ, creating a ton of turnovers. I forgot how many, Coach Tebow, what, 6 turnovers? 6 total turnovers on the day, DC. Dabrowski back there talking about his War Dog defense. I'm going to hand it over to the captain of our War Dogs, Mr. Reese Young. And let's break it out, boys. Congratulations.
That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you warmed up for all the action.